Everybody, let's take a look at activity 5.2, eventful islands. I'm just going to keep the picture up on my screen so I can refer to it. I'm going to be reading the questions off of the other screen. So bear with me here. Hopefully you're able to pay attention and follow along, even though you don't see the actual questions. Number one, based on the categories in the Venn diagram, describe Northern Ireland in a way that will not include any other countries. So Northern Ireland is by itself in this little wedge right here. So how could we describe that? Well, that's the overlap between the United Kingdom circle and the Isle of Ireland circle. So anytime you're looking for overlap, problem number one is going to be it's an Isle of Ireland. And when we're looking for overlap, it's and part of the United Kingdom, which I'm going to be lazy and just put UK. Problem number two. Describe, based on the categories in Venn diagram, describe the Republic of Ireland in a way that will not include any other countries. Well, the Republic of Ireland is right over here. It is the only thing in this little crescent moon here. So how would I describe that? Well, again, it's an Isle of Ireland because it's inside that bubble, Isle of Ireland, but we cannot include it in the United Kingdom. So we have to take that out. So we would say, and not UK. How about question three? Question three states, how many countries displayed are not a part of the British Isles? So the British Isles is everything inside this bubble right here, but I want everything that's not in those. Well, there are only two things that are not a part of that bubble. Down here, Guernsey and Jersey. So that means, oops, I don't know why I just wrote three. That means there are two. There are two things that are not a part of that. Question four, how many countries displayed are part of the United Kingdom? So now I'm looking at the United Kingdom bubble. If I circle my United Kingdom bubble, anything inside here is counted. So that's Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales. So problem number four, my answer is four. How about problem number five? How many countries displayed are part of the Isle of Ireland? Well, Isle of Ireland is this bubble right here that I'm circling. Let me go a different color. Isle of Ireland is right here. There are two countries inside there. So problem number five is two. Oh, man, I probably shouldn't use yellow. Question six, how many places displayed are part of the United Kingdom and the Isle of Ireland? Well, that was the one that we actually already talked about before. Isle of Ireland and the United Kingdom. I'm looking for the overlap. Well, that's Northern Ireland. We already discussed that one before. Question seven, how many places displayed are part of the United Kingdom or the Isle of Ireland? So now it's the same two that are circled, but since it's or, anything inside this circle and anything inside this one. So I've got Republic of Ireland, 1, Northern Ireland, 2, England, 3, Scotland, 4, and Wales, 5. So question 7, there are 5 places. Question 8, if one of the crown dependencies, there are 3, is chosen at random, what's the probability it's part of the British Isles? So my crown dependencies are down here. What's the probability that it will also be a part of the British Isles? Well, there's only one of them. That's the Isle of Man. That's also a part of the British Isles. So out of the 3, there's 1 out of 3. Question 9. For question 9, Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales are all part of the United Kingdom. So we know we're out of 4 because they gave us 4 things. If one of them is selected at random, what's the probability that it is also considered a part of Great Britain? So out of those 4, which again, we've got this one here and these 3 here, how many of them are also considered to be part of Great Britain? Well, those 3 are. So that's 3 out of 4. Finally, question 10. Given the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, and the Isle of Man, so we know that's out of 6 because they just listed off 6 of these places, are all part of the British Isles, what is the probability that one of them selected at random is also a part of the Isle of Ireland? Okay, so these things are all British Isles, everything that got listed there, all 6 of the things inside the British Isles bubble. What's the probability that they're also a part of the Isle of Ireland? Well, the Isle of Ireland is this guy right here. How many countries are inside there? Well, that's 2 of them, Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. So that's 2 out of 6, which simplifies to 1 out of 3. Hopefully these Venn diagrams weren't too tough for you. Let me know if you have any questions.